You say all religions are the same. You say they are just different paths up the same mountain. But if all paths lead to God, then my death was unnecessary. The cross was a mistake. Religion is man trying to reach God. The gospel is God coming down to reach man. I did not say I am one of the ways. I said I am the way, the truth, and the life. Do not settle for a path. Come to the person. Come home.
There is a statement that has become axiomatic in contemporary Western culture. It is spoken with an air of wisdom and spiritual maturity. All religions are different expressions of the same universal truth. This statement is the cornerstone of modern tolerance. To question it is to be labeled narrow-minded, arrogant, or even hateful. We live in a globalized world. We have neighbors who are Muslim, doctors who are Buddhist, colleagues who are Hindu. They are good people. It seems harsh, even absurd, to suggest that they might be fundamentally mistaken about the deepest questions of existence. And so, we adopt religious pluralism. We decide that God is too big for any one religion to contain. We decide that we are like blind men touching different parts of an elephant. One touches the trunk and calls it a snake. Another touches the leg and calls it a tree. We assume that every religion has a piece of the truth, but none has the whole. But there is a fatal flaw in this logic. A flaw that most people never stop to examine. The flaw is this: the major world religions do not just say the same thing in different languages. They make mutually exclusive claims about the nature of reality. They cannot all be true because they contradict each other on the most fundamental levels. Let's look at the nature of God. Christianity teaches that ultimate reality is a personal God, a Father who loves, speaks, and redeems. Philosophical Hinduism teaches that ultimate reality is Brahman, an impersonal, infinite consciousness without a face or a name. Theravada Buddhism does not teach the existence of a creator God at all. Islam teaches that God is absolutely singular and that the Christian idea of the Trinity is a blasphemy. Now, ask yourself, is God a person or an impersonal force? Is God a Trinity or is he not? He cannot be both. These are not different perspectives. They are opposite realities. Consider the human condition. What is wrong with us? Christianity says the problem is sin. We are in rebellion against a holy God. We are guilty. Buddhism says the problem is suffering caused by desire and attachment. The New Age says the problem is ignorance. We have forgotten our own divinity. The problem is sin. You need a savior. The problem is ignorance. You need a teacher. If you have a broken leg, you need a doctor. If you are drowning, you need a lifeguard. You cannot swap the treatments. A teacher cannot save a drowning man. To say all religions are the same is to disrespect what they actually teach. It is an act of intellectual laziness. Here's the irony at the heart of pluralism. It presents itself as humble, but it is actually extraordinarily arrogant. Think about the blind men and the elephant analogy. The pluralist claims that religious people are the blind men, each only knowing a part of the truth. But who is the pluralist in this story? The pluralist is the one who claims to see the whole elephant. The pluralist, from their armchair in the 21st century, claims to know more about the real nature of God than Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, or Moses. They tell the Christian, you don't really mean Jesus is the only way. They tell the Muslim, you don't really mean the Quran is the final revelation. They stand above all the world's faiths, patronizing them, reinterpreting them, and stripping them of their power. This is not humility. This is imperialism disguised as tolerance. But nature abhors a vacuum. When you remove the specific, hard truths of traditional religion, something else rushes in to fill the void. In the West, that substitute is New Age spirituality. It is the religion of the spiritual, but not religious. It has no creeds, no membership rolls, and no buildings. Okay? but it is the dominant faith of the internet age. What does this spirituality teach? First, that God is energy, the universe, the source, vibration. Notice the shift. A father has moral authority. He can give commands. Energy is just a battery. You use it, tap into it, it serves you. Second, it teaches manifestation. Since you are part of the divine energy, your thoughts create reality. If you want wealth, health, or love, you just need to align your vibration. You become the little god of your own universe. Third, it teaches self-divinity. The problem isn't that you're a sinner, it's that you don't realize how wonderful you are. The goal isn't to be saved, but to be awakened. Do you see what has been lost? The New Age offers spirituality without the cross. If you are already divine, you have no sin. If you have no sin, you have no guilt. If you have no guilt, you need no atonement. The death of Jesus becomes, at best, a tragic mistake, and at worst, an irrelevant historical footnote. This spirituality offers everything the human ego craves: transcendence, power, comfort, while removing everything the human ego hates: accountability, judgment, and the need to bow the knee to a king. We must ask the uncomfortable question: what would the serpent do? The enemy of your soul wanted to lead you away from the living God. He wouldn't try to make you an atheist. Atheism is too cold, too hopeless for most human hearts. We are designed to worship. No, he would give you a spirituality that feels real, but leads nowhere. He would tell you that all paths lead to God, so that you never feel the urgency to find the right one. He would tell you that you are enough, so that you never seek the Savior, who is. He would tell you that sin is just trauma, and that salvation is just self-care. He would gently, lovingly guide you down a wide, flower-lined path that leads directly off a cliff. He doesn't need you to hate Jesus. He just needs you to think Jesus is one option among many. In the face of this gentle lie, the words of Jesus Christ stand like a rock in a stream. They are offensive to the modern ear. They're the scandal of particularity. Jesus said, "I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." He did not say, "I am a way." He did not say, "I am one of the truths." He claimed to be the unique Son of God. He claimed the authority to forgive sins, something only God can do. He claimed that he would judge the living and the dead. You have three options with a man who says these things. 1. He was a liar. He knew it was false and deceived millions. Key, he was a lunatic. He actually thought he was God. 3. He is Lord. He was exactly who he said he was. What you cannot do, what the New Age tries to do, is patronize him. You cannot call him a great moral teacher and ignore his most important teaching. Great moral teachers don't claim to be God. Is it intolerant to say Jesus is the only way? Imagine you have a deadly disease. There are hundreds of bottles of colored water on the shelf, but only one bottle contains the cure. Is the doctor intolerant for telling you to drink only from that one bottle? Is he narrow-minded for telling you the others won't save you? No, he's kind. The most unloving thing he could do is tell you to drink whatever you like, because it's all the same. The gospel is narrow. Yes, Jesus called it the narrow gate, but it is wide enough for the whole world, if they would only humble themselves to enter it. God did not send a committee. He did not send a philosophy. He sent a person. He did not ask us to climb up to him through our efforts, our meditation, or our good vibes. He came down to us. The universe is not indifferent energy. It is the creation of a Father who knows your name. You do not need to manifest your salvation. It has already been accomplished. It is a gift, but like any gift, you must accept it from the giver. You cannot make it yourself. Don't settle for the gentle lie. Don't settle for the void. The heavens are not empty. The path is not vague. The King has come, and he is calling you home.
You look in the mirror and say, "I am divine." You want to be your own God. You want reincarnation, 1,000 lives to fix your mistakes. That is not hope. That is a prison. You try to raise your vibration to reach heaven, but you cannot climb up. That is why I came down. The universe does not know your name. It cannot forgive you. Only a father can forgive. Stop trying to become God. Rest and be with God.